Are you someone that has a deep inner knowing that you have something that you want to share with the world, but you just can't get over the idea of being on social media and trying to make a name for yourself? Are you someone that is trying to get a message out there, or someone that is trying to do better in the world, and like by doing better is communicating some sort of idea that they want to change in the world, that they want to happen in the world? Like, there's a lot of astrological things taking place right now, and just things in general when it comes to like how the world is going, where you want to be the change you want to see in the world. Like, that is how you change the world, is like by changing in yourself first, right? So today I want to talk about how for some people being on social media isn't just about self-acknowledgement or self-expression. It's about something they want to share with the world, and something, and a duty that they have to build a community, or a duty that they have to do something on this planet, you know? So I have some notes here, and I'm gonna first start off with the astrology side, and then I'm gonna talk about archetypes of people that are most likely to be online and do something more than just self-expression online. Because personally, I've found self-expression to be a bit troubling or a bit tough to do online without there being some purpose of building community and building, I mean, some would say an audience, but others would say a community, and some would say fans, you know? Like, I want to build a community online, right? And I am an 11th house sun in Cancer, and 11th house is all about the Aquarius energy. It's all about social networking, communication, or not communication, about groups, about the social aspect of the world, as well as innovation, you know? And being a Cancer with my sun there, it's about nurturing community. It's about nurturing innovation. It's about being the mother to social groups, and like showing where you shine in this social group, and showing how you impact a social group. Like, your ego, and my ego, is placed a lot in how I impact the community and impact social networks and impact social groups, you know? A lot of my ego's there, and my ego is there to nurture social groups, right? Other things that would make you someone that is trying to do something more than self-expression online is a Virgo rising, as well as a sun in Virgo. Virgo actually, the Hermit card is representative of Virgo placement. And Virgo is all about introspection. It's all about nature. It's all about going within. It's all about learning. It also rules 6th house. So it's about health, daily routines. It's about daily work. Putting in the daily work that's necessary and building something that's necessary for the relationships and those around you, and like the people around you and nature in general, right? As well as Aquarius sun, Cancer sun, and Libra suns. Any placement, or like anywhere, if you're online and you're trying to do something, Aquarius is all about innovation. Aquarius is all about the 11th house, about social networking, about social groups, about community, you know? As well as Libra. Libra is all about the other. It's all about justice. It's all about relationships. Libra rules 7th house, and 7th house is all about relationships and the other, outside of ourselves. The 1st house is opposite of the 7th house, and the 1st house is all about ego, the self. And everything in the 7th house is about the other. So Libra is so focused on the other, and they're trying to not just express themselves, but impact the other in some way, shape, or form, right? And then signs in houses that can do self-expression only online. If your sun or a major placement, or like you have a stellium in the 1st house, the 5th house, the 8th house, the 7th house, or the 10th house, these houses, the first house is about ego. The 5th house is about creativity, romance, sometimes about children, you know. So that one, and the 8th house is about intimate relationships, sex, intimacy, other people's money. So the 8th house is a lot, and like rules Scorpio. 5th house is ruled by Leo, 8th house is ruled by Scorpio. 7th house is ruled by Libra. And 7th house can do self-expression, because they're so focused on the other that they want to express themselves into the other. And then 10th house is about reputation. So like how you express yourself in your reputation. And 10th house is ruled by Capricorn, right? The signs that if you have a lot of Aries energy, that's very much someone that is focused on self-expression. If you have someone that has a lot of Leo energy, that's someone that's focused on creativity, that rules the 5th house. So like creativity, once again, self-expression, aggrandizement, the ego, like that's all about Leo energy, right? Capricorn energy is all about your reputation, working hard, doing the work that's necessary for your personal reputation, right? And Scorpio energy is all about intimacy, seeing into yourself, like self-intimacy, especially, you know, death, sex, taxes, yeah. So I want to talk about some archetypes that, if you're not into astrology, then you can talk about the archetypes when it comes to people who do more than self-expression online, right? So the healer is obviously someone that heals people and heals things, heals places, heals communities. The healer wants to do more than go online and just talk about themselves or express themselves. The healer is here with a message. The healer is here to reach a specific audience and help that specific audience, right? The planner is someone that has a plan, that has the idea of trying to fix something in the world. Like, they're not just here to express themselves. They're here with a plan, and they have maybe a 40-year plan to like do something in the planet, you know? The therapist could be a sub-archetype of the healer, right? But the therapist is someone that's here to hear someone else out, to create a space that is welcoming for people and like create a conversation that is helpful and and healing for people. The visionary is someone with a vision, kind of someone with a plan, but a visionary is someone that has this very specific image about what they want to put out into the world, and a very specific way that they want to impact the world, and a very specific way that they want the world to change. You know, they might not have the best plan when it comes to it, but the visionary has a vision, and they're going to see that vision through. The farmer plants seeds within people and nourishes these seeds within people. It could be a very specific niche thing that they're really interested in, but they plant seeds. Like, if you're someone that's really into plants, you plant seeds of people planting plants and doing house plants in their house, like, and then they nourish these ideas within their social media aspect, right? So that's just an example. The teacher, another niche situation where they're doing something and teaching something very niche within people, or like within social media, and they're trying to get a message out there to educate people on something specific. The judge is someone, and this is like a lot of Libra energy, that sees a lot of social justice and wants to see justice in the world, and they are here putting their opinions out because they want to, in some way, shape, or form, expend justice and then be the judge, you know? So it's not just about self-expression with the judge. The judge is trying to make a change when it comes to their opinion being put out into the world. The activist is kind of like the judge, but the judge is more giving their opinion. The activist is promoting things. I have a friend who's an activist online, and like and I used to be an activist online. I used to post a bunch of stuff on my stories all about like, you know, stuff going on, especially when Black Lives Matter was happening. Like, my story was just activism. And after a while, I realized like I was only reaching the specific audience that already knew all this information, and like anyone that wasn't interested in this information, they would just stop listening or stop reading my story or stop watching my story, you know? So the activist is here to make a change. Once again, the comic, not like, you would think that the comic is just here for self-expression and like self-indulgence, but the comic is here with a very specific task of being a healer through seeing the bigger picture in the world and like trying to get people to also see the bigger picture when it comes to the world. Like, this is a very wise, a very genius person trying to make a change, and like not in a way that just bring light and lightheartedness to people. Like, this is very much about the other person. This is very much about trying to make other people feel good. So yeah, these are my thoughts on, for some people, like, social media isn't just about self-expression. Like, these are the people that it's not just about self-expression for them. This is way more to do with, you know, impacting others, creating a community online, changing the world in some way, shape, or form. So that's what I wanted to share today, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.